All right, everybody, welcome to the 865 Knife Knox team meeting on the phone jam. Want to do some recognition real quick. We have a special guest, Miss Shayla Boker. Shayla, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Is that your home or is that like your personal office?
That's a great question. So this is actually my mom's sunroom because I just bought a house, so I came to get a bunch of stuff from my mom's house that I had here.
That's clean. That's actually like a really good. If you were a therapist, that's the background I would think
Oh,
of
there's
therapy.
like there's like windows. That's a hot tub, by the way. There's like windows in the whole entire room, like surrounding. Yeah, that's an
That's kind
in-ground hot tub, though. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
of, oh, mama. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's do some recognition on the phone jam. All right, we got Rolo leading the way. 5 demos booked. One clap on three. 1, 2, 3. Zach, Sergio with 2 demos each. 1, 2, 3. Maddie coming in with a 4 spot. Yo, you tear it up every single time you phone. Love it. Stay consistent. All right. 1, 2. Good job. 3. We got Spencer with 2. 1, 2, 3. And then we got Matt. You have 2Ds in your phone?
No, I thought when she asked for 2Ds, I thought she meant like for Maddie, not medicine.
Oh, I know what. She wanted to put the double D in your name. That's what it was.
That was where my head was going.
That's where it is. 2 demos. 1, 2, 3. So, as far as the day goes, all right. First off, welcome to the holiday theme team meeting. I love the themes real quick. We got Christmas, obviously. What's this? St. Patrick's. Let me turn this so we can actually be able to show everybody off. Where's my mouse at? I have no idea where it's at. There we go. Now I got it. So we got to change the camera around. Yo, funny story real quick. I'm in the middle of training. Everything shuts down at the beginning of training, right? Weird vibes, right? Everybody's like, oh, that's cool. Thought you'd be more prepared. I'm like, guys, here's the thing. When tech issues happen, we say, no worries. No problem, right? No worries, right? Is it working? Can I see them? Yes, cool, cool, cool. So let's do a quick little introduction. So what theme are you in? Give me your name and your theme, all right? So starting from the front.
My name's Audrey. I clearly didn't get the memo of the theme today, but I have red shorts in my bag, so I'll be Christmas later.
I like it. I like it.
I'm Carter Sprouse. I didn't know we were coming down here until about 2 hours ago.
I love it. I love it. So random, but Shayla, we actually have Tri-Cities in here and Greenville. They both drove down for the team meeting because they heard you were speaking. So she said, I got like 10 to 15
Oh
minutes.
wow! Well, don't put the pressure on me or anything.
Oh, girl, I wanted to make sure it was worthwhile. So next we got Mr.
Oh, I'm Jed. All right, sorry. I can't fit in the frame. But yeah, I'm doing St. Patrick's Day. I got a green shirt on.
There we go. What do you got?
My name's Rolando, and I have Christmas.
I love that. That's a good Snoopy shirt. I love that. That actual episode, too. That's a good episode.
I'm Madison, and I'm Valentine's Day.
And Shayla, Madison actually just sold her first Ultimate set last week, too.
Ultimate, let's go.
Yeah. Next.
I'm Zach, and I'm wearing red for Christmas.
Let's go.
I'm Sergio. I'm also wearing red because I don't have anything red that's not a jersey. So this is what you're gonna have.
I love it. Jersey Day is like a day, though, right? It's not a holiday, but I like it.
I'm Maddie, and I have my Santa sweater on for Christmas.
Let's go.
I'm Spencer, and I'm doing Christmas.
He's Team Naughty. I love that. And then, of course, Jacob already. And then Olivia, I don't know if she's on screen or not.
On my screen,
hiding.
the screen with them on it is really, really small since you're sharing your screen, but I can kind of see.
Got you. So that's it, everybody, for today's agenda. I don't know if this one's up to date or not. I hope it is. All right, we got our phone jam out the way. We're gonna do an icebreaker, talk about the WhatsApp real quick, make our social media posts. By the way, I've been loving switching to the WhatsApp for check-in text. I feel like the vibe's been good too. We're gonna keep that going. That's been cool. Cannot wait to see 30 updates go in there first thing in the morning, especially as Jacob and Olivia's offices start doing it too. I think that's gonna be really clean. Okay. From there, we have our guest speaker. Yeah, we did not update this one. So my apologies, Shayla. I updated another slide set, and then Jed worked on a different slide set, and I was like, all right, let's just combine it. So I'm gonna have Shayla speak on phoning, and then whatever else she wants to talk about, I don't really care. She knows how to do the job at a high level. She gets to talk for as long as she wants about what she wants. Then I'm going to talk about key staff and really just what it is to get on there. Okay. I know that the past 2 weeks, as I've been finishing training, we've not done that transition into key staff. Next week, it's gonna be ready to go. I want to have as many people on as possible. Okay. Now, PDI, y'all know about it. Recognition, though, we got some hot news on the board. We had a good week this past week. I'm excited for that. And then from there, talk about key staff again, because you can honestly never talk about key staff enough, right? Going through the spring, those that were on key staff, was it like worth the extra hour of time? That's really the question.
Yes.
God, Shayla's on. We need interviews,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Come on, don't embarrass us, all right? So yes, all right, we want you on key staff. I want to set up PCs. Parker talked about it for those that made it to Nashville, but we have SC1 right around the corner. Having a plan, being able to execute it is the biggest key for being able to really rock out SC1. If you do good with SC1, it makes SC2 that much easier to push for, okay? And then we'll finish it out, make sure everybody's in the
SC1.
What was that?
When is your guys' SC1?
We start the 2nd and go through the 16th.
Oh, okay. So I think it's the same as ours then. I know everyone has theirs differently throughout the region, but our SC1 is on the 17th.
Nice. Yeah, we were talking to, or I was talking to Lauren the other day, and she said that theirs is like the second half of June. So I'm excited. That said, guys, the 865 Knife Knox, we've been building. I'm excited for what we got. And I don't know if y'all heard, but we're going to do $1 million this year.
Damn.
So our icebreaker for today, what's your favorite item that you bought this year? And since we have a guest, Shayla, we'll let you start.
My house, duh.
You just got her first. By the way, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Yeah. If you like at 22 years old bought your first house, would you say that's like a milestone accomplished early?
I guess.
Maybe, right? Like that's kind of a cool flex.
I got a car last year, so I had to get a house this year.
I had to keep going bigger, right?
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Next
that.
one we're playing.
Huh?
It's the next one we're playing.
Oh, party at Shayla's.
No. It's the next one we're playing.
Is the next one a plane?
No, I'd say boat. Go boat.
Plane or
next.
boat next? What are you doing?
I don't think I can't drive a plane. I'd have to get my own private like pilot and everything. I don't know. I'm content with the house right now. I've been painting up a storm. I'm so tired of painting and I'm not even done yet. So
She said she'll worry about that when we get to next. That's it. That's it. So Audrey, favorite thing you bought this year?
I bought. I haven't bought anything really.
Yeah, you
That
have.
surprised me.
Yeah, there's one thing and one thing only that she's gonna say, and it is,
What?
girl, you go shopping every week.
I know. Okay, I bought a lot of bathing suits recently. That's my favorite thing to buy.
There we go. Carter,
Computer.
computer, new computer. Nice. Now it's gonna help you sell $1,000. You're welcome. Jim,
I made this slide and I didn't even put any thought into what my answer would be.
that's crazy.
But I guess my suits. I've really expanded my suit collection.
He has. They're sharp too, right? Rolo,
I guess some of my dress shoes.
dude, like, I have been most impressed by your shoes that you come in with. By the way, like every single time I see them, I'm like, dang, okay, my shoe game. That's it.
Probably my phone.
Phone.
Yeah.
It works differently. Like
Yeah.
I honestly hate using my business phone, but yeah.
Well, I had an 8+ before this.
You had a big jump.
I still had a home button, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Welcome to the nicer life. Zach, your car, love it.
Shoes.
Shoot. Okay. Send me some pictures. I can't really see.
I really didn't think so. I'm just gonna say my Megan tickets.
Mega Maroney tickets.
Oh, I should have said that.
Yo.
That's a better one.
You actually took mine. That's cool. Spencer. Shoes. Shoes. Yo, dude, those shoes are clean, by the way.
So
I bet, dude. They look comfy. It looks like, so I have a rule when it comes to shoes. If they are running shoes and they're bright, don't mess with that person because they can probably run forever. Like it's always been my mentality that if they have bright shoes, I'm not racing you.
my engine.
Your engine. That's funny. Olivia. I love that. I love that. Since she said her tickets to Megan Maroney, I will say my tickets to Mexico because I was gonna say Kendrick, but you already took the concert one. So that is dope. All right. For PDI. All right. Y'all know we switched it to checking in on the WhatsApp. All right. So when it comes down to being able to check in now, I feel like it's a lot easier. And also, like, anybody have that feeling of like, oh, so everybody kind of put, oops, wrong button. Everybody kind of already put their WhatsApp in there. So like, I probably need to make sure I get that done too. I even started doing it because I was like, dang, there's all these updates. Like, I need to start putting it in. So,
Make me question if I need to put it.
no, right? Like, yeah, everybody put your check-in text with the WhatsApp. And the whole point is what? Like, why do we actually do those check-in texts?
Accountability.
Yeah, right? Doesn't matter what you put for your main goal of the day. We just want to make sure that you're growing and that you're accomplishing what you want for the day. And it's not just like a wasted day. Now, that said, if you're like, hey, my goal for the day is to beat this level, it's my only focus on the game, like that's all I'm doing today, cool. Like, let me know that you beat the game. Okay. But always putting in your goal, demos that you have that day ahead, and then also general schedule, right? I don't need like time by time. And then also, when is your next phone jam? Like, when are you making calls? What is your goal? Okay. And what's been really cool is I've noticed some people are like, hey, I'm gonna be hopping on Zoom. Anybody want to hop on Zoom with me? Right? Anybody notice it's better to film with other people around you? It makes the job a little bit more fun. Okay, so keep it up. As far as the people in the running for the free table knife that we do, we got Mr. Zach Wallace still in there, Mr. Spencer Belt. Shout out to both of y'all. Ashley Blair, one of our newest team members, as well as Mr. Logan Martin, too. Okay. Now, when it comes to team captains, have y'all heard that Molly is out of town? Yes. Anybody follow Molly on Instagram?
Have the time of her life.
Oh, she is living life.
I'm like, there's very few trips I see where I'm like, oh my gosh, like I cannot wait to do that. And it's like, she's living it up in Japan right now. She's having a great time, great experience, right? And that's what this is all about. Is can you create quality experiences? So making sure that we put it in the what she's been posting nonstop. It's been so cool to see. I say all that to say though that Jed is the one answering PDI right now. Okay. That said, make sure that you have Jed's number in your phone. Does anybody not have it?
And everybody text me so I can save your number. Say like text me your name. I've got yours, Zach, of course, Spencer Gretchen. And yeah, I think everybody knows who it actually are, but still.
Yes, right. Now, my biggest thing is that I'm running interviews, I'm running training. Like I very seldomly am able to answer the phone call, but that's why if you're running top, like if you're top on the sales report, you get that PC with me to be able to sit down and actually have that conversation. Shout out also to Madison and the balloons. One of them was a free lunch with Brandon, and she won the free lunch with Brandon. So we'll get that scheduled as well. Okay. So as we continue, WhatsApp. Again, everybody in here is already on it. So we're good there. Y'all know what it's for already too. So as far as opportunities go, system manager, right? I talk about this every week because we're building something crazy. Like who made it in to meet the training class today? I know that Sergio was early. Zach, like, was that a small training class? No. Like there was as many people in training as we almost have in this room, and tomorrow we're adding one more in, right? Are they like duds or like, oh, okay, cool, I'd like to work with them? Yeah, right. Like I'm liking all of our people that we've had in training the past 2 weeks. Like last week's training was the most fun that I've had. This week's class is like, all right, cool, respect. Like we're all chill. We all have that same vibe. So I'm excited for what we're doing right now. Okay. As far as assistant management goes, it's the chance to actually be a sales leader. It's a chance to learn how to recruit or how to be a sales manager and help lead the team. And what's really cool is when you are teaching other people to do the job at a high level, guess what inevitably happens for you? Not everybody at once. What happens when you coach other people?
Makes you better.
And it makes you better too. Okay. So assistant manager is the first path to any other promotion. Now, next, branch manager. We actually have Olivia present today. Olivia, what's it like being your own boss now? A little bit. Jacob, district manager. What's it like being your own boss now?
Nice not having that list with somebody else.
Yeah, right. If you don't want a team meeting, he's just like, hey guys, we're driving to Knoxville. I almost said Chattanooga. We're driving to Knoxville. We're gonna go talk about tonight, right? So that said, I want to go ahead and do an introduction. All right. Shayla Boker, this past week is the #1 new office in the territory. All right. That said, I think this is your first full year, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So last week, her office led by 16-19. I don't know the actual split because I haven't looked at the news reports myself. I have watched this girl beat me for the opening day push. The opening day push, I worked an entire weekend. I sold like $8,000. I was like, cool, I got this in the bag. We're good. Shayla, what did you sell just in one order for that push?
Well, it was a Cutco kitchen and some business gifts and a couple other things. So literally everything that we make. It was great.
CPO?
About 15K.
in one order. What would y'all do if you had an order like that? Like, I was honestly shocked at like how cool she was about it. Like, literally one to push, it tells her. She's like, yeah, I just had this one customer I met with. It was a good appointment, like good appointment. Right. So she has been running her own office. She does events. She does business gifts. If there's one person that I respect when it comes to saying like you run the business, like I run the business, but like I won't say this too loud, but like, she might be better than when I'm in the field, it would be Shayla Butler. So without further ado, Shayla, the floor is yours. Let me give you share screen permissions as well. And let's give it a round of applause because she could have done so many things and she chose to be here with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I am going to share my screen. Oh, wait, it still says I'm
Yes.
old.
Gotta give you the permissions on it.
Okay.
Co-host. Make co-host. There you go. You're all good to go.
Hey, there it is. Okay. So these slides that I'm sharing are actually slides that I incorporate in our team meeting slides as well, just to get our team fired up and ready to go for phoning. Can you guys see my screen, by the way?
Yeah, let me get them to where you can see them too. You're good to go.
That'd be great. Okay, cool. So these are just a couple things that come to mind. I'm going to walk through all of these. If you want to take notes, I would recommend it, especially if you hear something that you haven't heard before, jot it down. The first thing, you've probably heard it a million times, and I know it's simple, but it's super true, and it works. Read the script word for word. The reason why we have those scripts are to help you out. And when you're making phone calls, nobody knows that you're reading from a script anyways, unless you make it evident. So obviously, reading the script word for word, that's all the information that you need to know in order to book a demo with your customer. Now, obviously, there's multiple times where you'll probably get forced to go off script with your customer. That's totally fine. That means you're building rapport, which is also a really, really good thing. The second thing, it also might seem really simple, but smile while you dial. If you are not smiling while you're talking on the phone, the tone of your voice is so different from when you aren't smiling or when you are smiling. So like, for example, if I'm talking like this and there's no smile on my face, it's very monotone and it's not fun at all. But when I'm talking like this, I'm fired up, I'm ready to go. Like it's a total like voice change difference right there. And if you're not coming off as happy and upbeat with your customer on the phone, they're probably not going to be excited about seeing you for a presentation either. So make sure that you're smiling and having fun with it. The next thing is double tap. If you guys don't know that term, you should by now, but calling twice if they don't answer the first time. That's really important because I know probably most of you have had your phone on Do Not Disturb at least once in your life. And when it's on Do Not Disturb, if someone calls you the first time, what happens?
Straight to voicemail.
Anybody?
Voicemail.
What did you say? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I can like barely hear you. You got to yell at me. Yeah, it goes straight to voicemail. But when you call that second time, it rings. So always call twice. That's the first reason. The second reason is because if you guys ever get a call from a random number, how many of you guys would actually pick up the phone? Raise your hand. From a random number. Okay, maybe a couple of you. But how many of you guys, if you got another call from that same number back to back, would actually pick up your phone the second time? That's like 100% me as well. Like that's I'm like, okay, it's probably someone I know. It's probably important. I should probably pick up the phone, right? So it creates urgency. If you're not calling a second time, then it must not be super important to you to book the appointment. So you're creating urgency when you double tap. Okay. The next thing is lining up your prospects. I don't know. Do you guys use the Vector Impact app as well, Brandon?
We do.
Okay, so lining up your prospects is so important because then you can be really strategic with the people that you're calling in the order that you're calling them. You always want to make sure you're lining up your next best 5. Like people who are going to fire you up, people who are going to say yes, people who you want to show the products to as soon as possible, always your next best 5. And another reason why we line them up is so that way we don't have to think about who we're calling next. Like it's already right there, ready to go. We don't have to search for that next person and scroll through our contacts. Like, no, we just hit the call button and keep going. It makes our phone time way more efficient. That way you're not thinking, you're not taking breaks. It's just call, and you can get a lot more done. The next thing, I always talk this about my team about phoning equals working because let's be real, nobody likes making phone calls. Phoning is literally the worst part of this job. Can we all like agree on that? Like phoning sucks. Nobody likes it. It's not fun. However, that's why we do phone jams during team meetings, when we have things in the office, phone jams in the office, because when you're around other people who are already doing that same thing, then it makes it a lot more fun. Especially, I don't know about you guys. I'm sure Brandon does little contests with you guys and stuff. We do wheel spins every time that we do a phone jam, and every single demo that everyone books on the team is an entry into that wheel spin. And sometimes I'll do Boker Bucks, which is the equivalence of money they can get on Cutco to build their sample kit. Today I had a contest to win one of the brand new green table knives. That was a lot of fun. So just little things like that. It makes the job a lot easier when you're doing the hard parts together. Plus, I don't know about you, but I'm not very productive when I do things at home. I'm way more productive when I work from the office. If you know that about yourself, I'm sure Brandon would be more than happy to have you come into the office multiple times throughout the week to make phone calls. It's probably the most productive you'll ever be. So it's worth the 10, 15, 20, 30-minute drive to go to the office to get an actual solid good hour or two in of phoning each day. So keep that in mind. I'm sure Brandon talks about it all the time. But the demos are the fun part. So once you get the demos booked and the phoning out of the way, then you can go have fun, and that part's easy. Now, this next part is the most important part of your phone call. It's all about the firm up process. Raise your hand if you've ever had a cancellation or reschedule before. It's the worst. Literally so annoying. I hate it so much. And it happens to everyone. Now, there are ways that we can prevent it. And the first thing is making sure that time 100% works with your customer. If Brandon hasn't already, there are 3 different phone scripts. One is like your training phone approach. One is like people that you're acquainted to, like you kind of know, you kind of don't know. And the other one is recommendations. So do you know all the phone approaches? Have you been introduced to them? Are you utilizing them? My favorite one is the acquaintance phone approach. It does an amazing job with the firm up process. It literally says in the script, Mrs. Jones, I know you wouldn't do this, but one time I booked an appointment with someone and the appointment time came and they didn't show up. So that time slot was wasted and I could have spent it on another demo with someone else. So like, are you 100% sure that that time works? I don't know about you, but if someone said that to me, I'd be dang sure I'd show up, or at least I'd let them know way in advance why I couldn't make it and reschedule with them. So do that to create the urgency, create that importance, and make sure that they do not cancel or reschedule. Another thing is making sure you see the husband and wives together. My least favorite objection in the entire world is, oh, I need to talk to my wife or my husband first. So annoying. Like, we literally have the 15-day trial. You can try it out with them and you can get your husband back, I promise. I like to call it the husband back guarantee. But regardless, to eliminate the objection in advance, just show them at the same time. Find a time when they both can be there. Even if there's a little bit of hesitation when Mrs. Jones is like, oh, I can buy without them, whatever, always show them together. And then the sharing the story of the cancel was the part that I just talked about in the phone script, when you kind of put them on the spot. Like, I know you wouldn't do this, but one time this happened. Always have them write it down. The acquaintance phone approach has a really, really awesome section in there as well. It says, hey, will you write it down for me? Make sure you put a smiley face next to my name so you know what I look like when I show up. Ha ha ha, laugh with them. They love to laugh during that part. It's like my favorite part to actually get them smiling. A little key tip: if you get your customer to laugh or smile during the phone call, they're probably going to have an awesome time during the presentation too, and they're going to look forward to it even more. The customer discount code is also included in the acquaintance phone approach. It's not a real like discount code that you enter. It's something that you can have a little bit more fun with your customers with. It's literally your rep number. And what I do is, like, if my customers remember my rep number, like if they wrote it down and have it saved and remember, I'm like, oh, great job, Mrs. Jones. That means you get a dealer discount during our presentation today if you end up placing an order. And it's funny because obviously in your scripts and your presentations, there's built-in discounts and deals and all sorts of stuff. But it's just something to have a little extra fun. That way they actually remember it. If someone writes it down, they're way more likely to actually remember that you're going to be there and all that good stuff. And then have them read it back to you. Obviously, thank them for taking time out of their day to see you. All of those things are really important. A couple other things that I had written down to share with you guys as well. First thing is, as many times as you can phone in the office, the better. Like, phoning at home, you're not going to be as productive. So I know that about myself. So whenever I want to get a lot done, I'm at the office. The other thing is, I talk about this to my team all the time, but this job is very much so action-based, not result-based, because we can't always control what happens on the other side of the phone. I mean, we're dealing with human beings on the other end. So what I tell my team is, it's way more impressive to me when someone makes 100 calls to book one demo than someone that makes 5 calls to book 5 demos. Because the one that made 100 calls put in the work. And it's likely that after they send out all those text messages, they're going to get people that respond back and book more demos anyway. but you have to understand that you can't always control the results. So when you make goals, when you phone, your goals should be based on how many phone calls you're making, not how many demos you want to book. Yes, it's good to have a demo booking goal too, but you have to understand that if you put the actions in, then the results will eventually come, and averages will always average themselves out. We don't make goals to necessarily hit the goal. We make the goals to become the type of person it would take to hit that goal. Okay. Another thing I wrote down is confidence. Confidence on the phone is really important because if you make a phone call and you're acting shy or timid, then your customer is going to also realize that you're acting shy or timid, and they're not going to be fired up about seeing the presentation, and they're probably going to cancel or reschedule on you. Another thing, when you're offering times when you can book demos, always give them a yes or yes question. Meaning, hey, does 5 p.m. work or is 7 p.m. better for you? Not, do you want to see my presentation, Mrs. Jones? Like, there's a fine line between the two, and you want to make sure that you're giving them a choice of 2 different times or 2 different days. So that way their answer is one of those 2 different times or one of those 2 different days. If you leave it really open-ended, like, do you want to see my presentation or when do you want to see my presentation? It's this whole back and forth. I don't know. When are you available? Like, it's just a mess. So be direct, get to the point, give them 2 times, make sure that you're giving them a yes or yes question. Another thing is phoning rapport. Phoning rapport is really important. Now, I'm not saying talk to them for 45 minutes on the phone, but as far as building rapport, especially when it comes to like recommendations, you want to make sure that when you get recommendations on a presentation, that you're asking the customer about that person they're recommending. Like, when's the last time they had a big like life event, or like, did they have a baby, or did they just get married? Did they just go on a trip or a vacation? Like, ask them little tidbits about each person. That way, when you're phoning, you can build rapport with them on the phone. Oh, yeah, mom just told me that you guys just had a baby recently. Congratulations. That's awesome. Like, building rapport like that, it's going to, first of all, help your credibility with actually talking to that customer and getting to know them. But also, it's going to make them feel really good because people love talking about themselves. And when you know something about them already, it's easy to build rapport around it and make the conversation feel a lot more comfortable. And then another thing I put on here, just to wrap things up, literally just keep calling. Like, if you're taking a break between phone calls, like every time you take a break or set your phone down, your phone gets heavier. Like, don't set it down. Keep calling. That's why we line up your prospects ahead of time, so you don't have to keep thinking in between. Like, you can just call. If someone doesn't answer, call them again. If they don't answer the second time, send them the text, call the next person. Like, you should be able to get through quite a few people within 30, 45 minutes of phoning. So keeping that in mind, just like, don't stop calling. If you're going to call, dedicate that time to making phone calls. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty simple. Even if you don't love phoning, you got to learn to love it because it's the hardest part of this job. The quicker you love it and just deal with it and know you have to do it, the easier this job gets. I heard Brandon say something about making 100 calls to make $1,200 or something like that. If you put it that way, it makes the job seem a lot more fun. If you got to make that many phone calls to make $1,200, it's, I mean, choose your poison. But yeah, that's what I got. If anybody has any questions, I would love to hang out for a couple minutes for some Q&A.
Heck yeah. So real quick, look over your notes. First off, thank you, Shayla. I know that you have a lot to do, so I really appreciate you taking the time, especially later in the day.
Yeah.
What are your top 2 to 3 takeaways? And then what are 2 to 3 questions? All right, so let's start with takeaways first. Look over your notes real quick. If you have one already, go ahead and shout it out.
I want to start implementing like asking like things about my recommendations. So that just makes it a lot easier when you're talking to them.
Very good. So Shayla, could you hear her?
Yes, I did.
Cool. So love that, right? That's good. What else?
The job is action based, not result based.
Some money code, right?
Yeah.
I wrote that one down too. That was good. That was good. Let's get one more.
Direct.
Yeah. Actually asking about them before you actually call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the line about asking about life events, right? Like I've never even thought about that. That's the most important thing that the person would go through, right? And whether it's a trip or baby or marriage, like that is getting right to the line of like, hey, what I want to talk to these people about first thing when I'm building rapport with them. Money. What questions do we have for the #1 district manager, Ms. Shayla? It can be phoning related, or do you mind if it's not even related to phoning, Shayla?
It can be anything. It can be whatever. If you're curious about anything, ask away.
So, hey, what time do you wake up in the morning? What's your favorite part of the job? Like, what questions can you ask for Shayla?
I want to know what receipt is.
What are you at in CPO?
Personal, like true career sales, I think I'm just over 200K. But with my branch, if you count that as career sales, then it's like 350.
Heck yeah. And then total with your offices too?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. I haven't looked.
Nice. 200K personally sold. Great question. Love that. Two more. Jed.
So I keep an eye on the sales report and you're all over it. So how do you get better every week?
Yeah, I think it's really just staying consistent. I'm going to share my screen again because I keep an extremely detailed Google Calendar, and I think it really starts with like your schedule. If it's not in my schedule, I literally don't do it. I'm going to show you here in a second, and you're going to understand why. This is my personal schedule, by the way. But literally everything is color coded. I know exactly what I'm doing every single day, exactly every hour. Like I don't have to think, it's just in there, whether it's working an event, whether it's running training or interviews for the team, whether it's different conferences or meetings, like it's all in there and it's all detailed and it's all color coded. So I think it really just starts with having a really detailed schedule. Organization is something that I've always been really good at because I'm a very OCD type of person. But I think that if you're not, it's something that you can definitely learn how to do. And I think it definitely just starts with a schedule.
Right there. Any other questions? Sergio.
What is like your most important tip you listen?
Say that one more time.
What is like your most important tip like that you listen?
Tip as far as phoning?
Yeah. So if you only had to follow one of those rules, like it was the most important rule, what would it be?
I don't think I could pick just one. I mean, it really is all of them combined. But I think the first thing would be obviously stick to the script, but you can read a script and still sound like a human being and have fun with it. So just knowing like your script can be like a reference and not something you're just actually like word for word, not even going off script at all. Because at the end of the day, you got to realize that you're talking to people and you're gonna end up going off script here and there. But just going back to your script as soon as you can, so that way it's short and precise and you're giving them all the right information. But really, it's a combination of all of them. I don't think I could pick just one.
Amen. I would say, to answer that question from my point of view, phone from the office. Like, I love her line of it's worth the 20-30 minute drive to get a solid hour or two of phone time. Because what do you think is going to happen if you phone from the office?
You're going to play with the dog. You're going to get on your phone. You're going to eat some food. You're going to get distracted in every way, shape, or form.
And if you're here, you think I'm going to check if you're smiling while you're down? And if you're following your script? So, and that's what I would say. Shayla, thank you. I have one question for you.
Yeah.
22 years old and owning a house. How's that feel?
Oh my gosh. Like I said, my to-do list never ends. And I have been painting up a storm. I literally just got the keys and closed on Wednesday last week. And right now, I literally have a bed in my house. Like it's not even near getting done. I've been trying to paint everything before we move stuff in so that we don't have to move it again. So I've painted like 3 rooms total so far. And I'm in the process of painting all my kitchen cabinets. But it feels so amazing just having my own space. I've always had roommates or lived with someone. So as far as having my own space in my own house and having all of my things in one place is so relieving.
That's awesome. Congrats again. And everybody, let's give Shayla a round of applause. Thank you for taking the time. I know that you're busy, so appreciate you. Cannot wait to see you at SC2.
Thank you. I hope to see all of you there. And if you need anything, I mean, you let Brandon know. He'll give you my number and I got you.
Amen. Shayla, you have a great day.
Bye, guys. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Y'all can.
I did say bye.
All right. So that's Shayla. Honestly, like lots of respect, right? Since the first time I saw her on stage, she had sold like 35K for the VMA push. That was the first time I met her, and I was like, "Yo, who is this like girl? She killing it! Like, I need to learn something." Right? I think my favorite tip that I wrote down was one that I've actually forgotten that I trained Raymond on, and I just haven't trained it in so long that I forgot. But it's actually using your rep number as a confirmation number. Right? Because what does that actually make sure your customer's doing?
Right.
Writing it down. How many times do you feel like your customer said they were writing it down and they didn't? Right? Like, hey, Mrs. Jones, like this is super important in case my manager calls. This is also your discount code. So if you do decide to eat anything on the appointment, this is going to be your personal code. All right, that rep, are you ready? Are you ready? Because it's like super important you write this down. Don't worry, I'll wait. It's no rush.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Awesome, cool. So that's gonna be 3, 3, 5, 2, 4, 7, 0, 9. Can you read that back to me? I just want to make sure I was clear.
3, 3, 5, 2, 4, 7.
You know that they know you're coming to their house now.
I'm gonna steal your account.
Do it. You can only put orders in, so I'm down for it. Okay.
How would I do my rep number?
Huh?
How would I do my rep number?
66.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start with
That's
66.
what that was like. I don't want to say mine single digitly and I don't want to say it triple digits.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
Oh.
would do. Real quick, clicker, where's it at? I have no idea where to put it. I was taking
It's like
70 notes.
right here. My
I thought
first
it was
three
in the
digits.
Go on that front table. Go on that front table.
That's a great tip.
Huh?
Get them to write it down.
Yeah, you make sure they write it down, and now you're not stressing about are they going to be on the appointment. Will you pass that forward, please?
And also you get this
Card.
incentives for them. It's like it's a discount when it's.
You know you're going to do this,
I can
right?
do the discount anyway. It's not like this really matters.
So, real quick, I want to talk about key staff because this is the time where if you get on key staff, you're going to be able to ride this whole summer. You're going to grow. You're going to get good. Okay. If you're not on key staff, you get to see me at what event?
I see one.
Team meetings.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Team meetings is when you get
I
time
see
right?
that.
Right? So when it comes down to key staff, there's really just two things that I want to promote. All right. Number one is leadership. All right. First off, in field training, who's done a field training appointment? Whether you were on it to have somebody watch you or somebody watched your demo. What did we get from that experience?
I shouldn't have done it online.
Yo, that was funny too.
That
Right?
was hilarious.
Literally, she wasn't selling. Hey, Carter's been selling on
Yeah.
virtual demos. Watch this demo. Did you sell on that one either?
No, he had to leave halfway through.
Yeah, it was a really bad
It
one to
was-
do.
Oh.
And it was a funny circumstance, right? Like we still took the swing of the bat, we just kind of missed it, right?
He missed it by a-
Field training is the biggest reason to make sure that you are in key staff, getting that experience. And it's really cool when I invite you out to one of my shows and you get to see me do a demo. Because like I feel like when you see somebody that's really good do it, you're just like, wow.
You'll watch him drop an ultimate set in 3 minutes.
And it's just like, whoa, like how did you do that? Right? So I feel like that's one of the biggest keys, and Jed's been doing a good job at promoting it and setting it up. Okay. From there, the Zoom phone jams. All right. My key staff members, every time we talk, if you tell me that we're doing a phone jam, what's the first thing I ask you? Zach, I do it a lot with you. Yo, dude, can you hop on the Zoom? Like promote it in the key staff, right? In the WhatsApp. Because what does that make other people do, even if they don't get on the Zoom with you? What's it make them feel?
Like they're
Pressure.
like someone's being into the punch.
That's it, right? It makes them feel like, oh shoot, he's not only making phone calls, he's gonna invite other people. Probably need to make some calls. Okay, that's huge, right? It's something that I really only ask key staff members to do. Okay, get on my key staff. 1,000 CPO weekly. This is gonna be the standard going forward, right? If you're not hitting $1,000, I'm going to have people that I drop from key staff and people that I put up if they are not doing the work itself. Okay, now if you're doing the work, you're making the calls, like you're really trying to do it, and like there's just something we need to work on, we're gonna get a piece. Like let's make sure that we're doing good and we have the right idea of how to move forward. Okay. And then personal prizes. I love that Shayla brought it up too. Parker talked about it as well. But did you know that you can actually make deals with me if you're on what? So if you're like, hey Brandon, I really want that cheese knife. I didn't get it in training. If I sell $1,000 this week, can I get a cheese knife? Well, no, Sergio, but if you hit 1,200, I got you, man. I got you. Right? So that is what comes from the opportunity of key staff. Now, when it comes to the mastery side of it, it's 30 minutes a day of practicing a script. Right? I would write that down right now. If you do not have every part of this manual memorized, it's because you're not doing this. Take 30 minutes a day and actually dive into the referral approach. Dive into your closing approach, right? I know that I can ask Zach, hey, summarize why so many people choose to invest in Cutco.
Some people choose to invest in Cutco because you always have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary, and it's guaranteed to last forever. So it'll be the last set of knives you ever have to buy.
And there's several reasons why people choose sets.
Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. Cutco sets come with a built-in discount. Sets come with a free cutting board.
Y'all see my point, right? Like when you were taking the time to get good at the craft, who in here played a sport? What did those games feel like when you and your team just sucked?
Hell.
My arm was coming apart.
Freaking longest game in the world.
Yeah. Y'all notice it feels similar with bad demos?
Yeah.
What creates a bad demo?
A bad attitude.
That's it. And it can be you, it can be the customer. But if you have the material down, it's not a stress point. You know what you're doing every single time. Okay. And then from there, just ownership of the craft. Like when I go into a booth, I talk about this throughout the entire spring. But when I first started doing events again in January, I had Jacob there on that day. And what did I do on day 1 and day 2?
Which was it?
East Tennessee RV show.
Oh, I mean, you did what you usually do, just go through script for the entire day.
If I was not talking to a customer, I was literally going through my scripts because I was like, dang, okay, it's been since Fantasy of Trees. Like, oh, after 7 hours of nonstop practicing my script, that is the best I've ever done at that show. But it's because I took the time to really practice the craft. Okay. Everybody, I want you to write this down to yourself. Honestly, how much time have you spent each week actually getting good at your job? Not just doing demos. How much time have you actually invested in PCs, in coaching calls, and actually just going through your script yourself and practicing it? I'm imagining very few people put above 60 minutes. Not gonna call anybody out. But if that is not at least 60 minutes, what are you doing? Especially if this is like your only job of the summer. Like, what are you actually doing? We have a sharp team coming up. Ashley Blair is crushing it right now. And guess when she started selling? Saturday. Sold a homemaker set this morning and in double credit mode. Like, what's up? And after the first demo, she was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. And she sold $960 on it. But it was just a hard demo because it was with mom and she's critical. Right? She's gonna sell over 10K for her fast start. I don't even have to question it. I know it. But she's also taken the time to call me, ask me questions, making sure she's talking to Jed, asking questions. Like every single time she's had anything happen. Hey, Brandon, I'm going into a demo. They said straight up, they don't want knives, they want cookware. Like, what do I need to do? She called me, she asked the questions. Okay. So if you're taking the time to actually practice and get good at your craft, you're going to notice that you're going to have better results. And if this feels like a call out today, good. Because I went and asked y'all to do something that I don't do also. And that's what's really cool about what we do here is everybody's that's been promoted has been with your goal. That's why I was really glad Shayla took the time. Even Jacob's like, what? You got Shayla Boker to take time to talk to the team? Like, she's a huge deal in the company right now.
We're busy too. She's working her butt on it.
She's crushing, doing big things. And she's going to be one of like the rookies of the year with the company. So understand that those notes you took, if it sounded familiar, great. If you learned something new, great. That is the purpose of it. Sometimes, Maddie, for instance, Spencer, for instance, y'all saying, hey, I'm going to ask more questions about my referrals. Have y'all heard me say that before? How many times have I said that before?
Maybe a lot.
Right. But sometimes it's hearing somebody else say it. Right? And that's why I wanted to on today. Okay? So get on key staff. You learn how to maximize your appointments too. You don't want to waste time. And this next week, we're going to have everybody in attendance for our meeting. Okay. We're also going to have an even bigger training class. Right now, there's 8 with 1 joining tomorrow because she's already gone through day 1 in the past. What's it going to look like when we have 20, 30, 40 people in here? Here's the question. When I call on a newbie and they can crush a script, and then I call on you, do you want to be able to do it better? Or do you want to be embarrassed by somebody that just started a week ago? Because I guarantee you that's a feeling that'll sit with you. Okay. So if you have your CPR ready by next week, how many do I have? Oh, I put them in the thing. I know I have 5 different blocks, at least, in there. Who would like their first block from Cutco? Okay, hold on.
If they don't.
Never mind. Hold on.
That's
Who would like to show up to their demo and actually have a block that they put on the counter and say, look at that, Mrs. Jones. It changes the game. You know what I do for every in-home demo I do? Hey, Mrs. Jones, this thing's kind of heavy. If you were to have this in your home, where would you put it? Oh my God. Ugh. Dang, Mrs. Jones. I'm just like, that looks good. That looks really good right there. And then we go and build report. really powerful to have a block. So you have CPR ready next week. I'm gonna have individual people pulling people aside as we do our phone jam. And if you got it, you get a block. That's how serious I am about making sure we have this down. Because last thing I want is for anybody getting embarrassed because somebody new took the time to really practice it. Okay. Now, that said, Jacob, 5 minutes hit the road. Here's what I want to do. I had a lot of people put up posts this past week, and I had a lot that did not. Okay. Here's my ask. Monday morning, I want to have 30 posts go up Monday morning and have 20 go up by the end of the day. I'm going to treat it like we make calls. So if you put one on Instagram and Snapchat, that counts as 2. If I can have 90% participation first thing on Monday morning, I'm going to do something extra special for Team Night Out next week. So 1, plan on Team Night Out. But 2, help us out. This team, it's pretty good. I love it. So it gets really cool. Jed and I are having conversations. We're actually really excited about where we're at. So that said, field training, I want to save some time. So Mr. Jed, fast start check real quick. So Rolo, when you complete your fast start, what color do you want? Plastic or pearl? And then we have, will you take note of that? Logan, did he get back on? No. Okay, cool. And then Mr. Hayden, take him on. Okay. So summer schedule, we always know what time key staff is. What time do we start key staff members? We start at 5. That's the phone jam time. As soon as I finish training next week, 5:30, that's when we're starting key staff meeting. So that 5 to 5:30, you want to bang out your calls. I'm going to take 45 minutes, and then you're going to get back on the phones from 6:15 to 7 before we start team meeting. Team meeting starts at what time? 5:30. Okay. So the reason that I put these times in place is I want to make sure that the trainees get to see y'all flow in. It's really cool when, oh wait, I know that guy. Oh, cool. Oh shit, you work here too? Oh, dude, okay, this is cool. Oh, dude, you sold $6,000. Okay.
You can only say, you know.
If they can sell that, I could surely. Right? And it helps build confidence in our new team. Okay. So make sure that you're on time. We talked about SC1 already when we went to Nashville. For those that didn't make it to Nashville, SC1 is June 16th. Make sure that's in your calendars. Okay. That is going to be a big day because Knoxville is going to be every single office. And this is extra fun to say because we have the other offices in here. So bring your best shot. Jacob already made a little bit of a confident remark to me that he feels like his training class is going to be better than our training class this week. Whatever. We'll see. Okay. We talked about the prizes too. I'm going to give out these next week. So make sure you're on time for team meeting. I'm also going to talk about our mother of all phone jam day. That is the day where I'm going to have everything filled up in the snack cabinets, drink sodas. Take that day, come to the office, and literally bust out as many phone calls as you can. You want to come with how many names and numbers for those that were at Nashville's meeting? 100, right? You want to bang at least 200 to 300 calls out on that day. Because what happens is you book 15, 20, 25 appointments in a single day, and now your push is ready. And it feels really good to do that. Okay. So not going to waste time on the prizes. SC2, again, that's coming up at the end of summer. Like that is invitation only. SC1 is like, okay, it's just our division invitation only. We can take like 500 people to SC2 across a total of 70 offices. Think about that. Spots are limited. And yes, it's a great time. Olivia's thoroughly enjoyed an SC2. Yeah, bro. Yeah, just the butt, huh? Yeah, right? But Mr. Franklin, please head out so that way we can get our bays at Top Golf. Mr. Bull, the sales report.
My favorite part.
Yeah, a little round of applause for Mr. Bull too. And the team. We did really good this past week. I'm like not loving where we're at in the sales report yet, but like, okay, that's respectable.
Okay, I didn't know. I was riding with you.
Also,
I didn't know.
All right, guys. So it was a great week for us. It was a little weird for the region. Some people like blew it out of the water. Some people just didn't work at all. So we did pretty good. Let's talk about it. So we're not on the first page again. Like, come on, guys. Come on. We are first. Who in here thinks we're first page material? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're first page material. It's pretty cool to see Parker's face up there every week too. I mean, just reminding you who the boss is. But then So we got the sales rep ranks, and we got two people on there. Madison Smith, pretty nice, and Ashley Blair, who isn't here, but great job, guys. That's awesome. Little clap, little applause. So yeah, and then let's see.
It's just harder to see.
I like looking at it. Can everybody see?
No,
I know.
I could not see
You
anything.
couldn't see if I was standing over here, so Ashley made it on the Weekend Warriors, and let's see. So this is my slide. He stole it from me earlier, but this one's mine. So Parker was number 3. This is the prior week. And Shayla was number 1. He's surprised. But at 16, 19.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. There you go.
And Parker went to number 1. And not just that, Shayla led first again with more CPL than the last week. Talked about like 300. So that's why when I asked her how does she get better every week? It's because I don't understand. She does get better every week. It's ridiculous. I mean, she can't be showing us that. It's she's cool and all, but we've been doing it a little longer. So let's beat them. And then let's see what else we got. So top district teams, we got number 4, not too bad, led by 1637. And Parker got number 3. I just glad to see him on top, especially since his face all over the report all the time.
And is that the division one or is that the office one? Is that pilot office or is that divisions?
So this is top all over office. And then this is divisions, and then we in district we did number 4. So not too bad. See, we beat Shayla. Just a little bit. And then K Club, I just like giving Miss Stayback a shout out every week because she has literally never failed. I know which report I'm looking at based on what her number is. And then she's also just been chilling in the 2K Club. I know it's such a hassle for her, but and then we got some other people. And you took out some of my slides, but rep promotions there wasn't any in there. Here we go. So sales report now. Parker's on top. I mean, it's just cool knowing that your boss is still working. And speaking of the boss, we got Brandon, 21. I mean, we could have got a little bit higher, but no, I'm not disappointed in it. And let's look. And then shout out to Olivia. They left. I literally put extra slides in here for them, but whatever. Shout out to Olivia. She did all right. And then Jacob. Jacob got number 9. Top 10, that's pretty good. I mean, there's some pretty recognizable names on there, so he's not doing bad. Good for him. And also Olivia, number 10. Top 10, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. So that's a little bit better than all right. So shout out to her. Y'all have to congratulate her at Top Golf. And then we got Brandon here again, number 4 for district team results. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but we're not doing too bad. We're doing pretty good, and all we're gonna do is get better. So here's the report. This is the big reveal. 9019. $9,019. Who remembers what we did last week? Nobody? Well, that's fine because we more than doubled it. So I'm proud of us. I'm glad for where we're going. We're gonna hit 10K this coming week. The real question, or this week we're already in it. We're already a couple days into it. But the question is, how much are you gonna sell? I'm trying to get me some demos in this weekend. The Weekend Warriors is so easy to get on. I really should have to. It should be a bother having to print out those circles and drag the names, but right now it's not. So
How much is it
1,000.
for Weekend Warrior?
Weekend Warrior, it's 500.
It's 500, right? So if you do demos over the weekend, $500, you're getting recognized across the entire region.
yeah, people like me have to look at your name and scroll through it, and then eventually when you see someone's name a million times, like I know who the top people in our region are because I have to read their name. So be one of those people, and then yeah,
So as far as key staff goes right now, we've narrowed it down because at the end of the day, like we gotta be selling. We actually gotta go hard, right? And it's not even that hard. Okay, the job's not complicated. Like, what is a hard job? Construction's a hard job, right? Right? What's another hard job? Even white collar. I think of like a doctor. Like that's a hard job. I think about being a lawyer. Like, who's watched Suits before?
That's like.
I love that show.
I love that show. How many all-nighters do they pull in that show?
At least, yeah.
Right. That's it. Harvey makes over like $1 million a year, so it's like probably more than that.
And he's
right?
good looking.
Right, he ain't hurting. So that said, like making sure that you're consistent and getting on the key staff, that's a big deal. Right. Now that said, you have one more week. I'm gonna give him one more week, Jed. Be able to earn that spot and make sure they're still on it. Is that cool? Not gonna yell at me?
Yell at him.
Okay,
See what
so-
happens.
That said, as far as PCs go and personal coaching sessions, I want to start meeting with people. Here's the deal. My schedule's really busy, but what I'm going to do is carve out time on, who would like the opportunity to watch me sell some knives this week?
What is his name?
I completely forgot.
Yeah.
I have a realtor meeting, 2:00. She's coming to the office. I have an appointment at 4:30 next week and 5:30 next week, Wednesday. These are all in office. So you can come watch me work, 2:00, 4:30 or 5:30. If you want to see me, go for knives.
On Wednesday?
On Wednesday. Those are the times. Okay.
Wait, can I go?
Hmm?
Can I go?
Okay.
Or-
All right. That's it. I'm not opening Zoom. Okay. If you want to be a part of that and see that, you get here. Right. And it's not going to be you sit here and just watch me work. You're going to work too. You're going to be in a side room. You're going to be making calls, listening to me sell some knives.
Put it in your calendar.
Okay. So this is rare because I was like, you know what? I had one person that needed sharpening. Cool. Let me squeeze them. Oh, you know what? Doesn't really got. And now that I think about it, I'll probably end up squeezing one more because Miss Kristen Stayback actually reached out to me saying, hey, I have a customer. I need you to take care of him. He's a realtor too. So like, I'm not sure what'll come of it, but like he has a family set. You could probably get him upgraded. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Turns out his office is the Keller Williams that's right across the street.
Oh.
So on Monday, I'm just gonna walk in and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Let's get you taken care of. So everybody, as far as this week's challenge goes, all right, making sure that you're in every single demo, calling in after every single demo. If you're running late to a demo, do I care? Call me. I'd rather you be an extra 2 minutes late, making a quick phone call. When I say call me, call the office line if Jed don't answer. Okay. Bad time, I'll answer. Okay. As far as the team night out goes, all right, I'll need to do reminders because we all know what's coming up. SC2 starts on June 2nd. June 1st, though, write that down. June 1st is the mother of all phone jams. That day, I believe it's a Monday.
It is.
Oh, it's a,
What?
No, it's
no, it's
Sunday.
Sunday.
That's a Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It starts on Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Monday's the
does.
second.
Yeah, Monday.
Because I'm leaving.
So actually, Mother of All Phone Jams is June 2nd, that Monday. Come in, ready to make phone calls. Guess what? If you're like, oh, well, I can't get here till 5. Cool, get here at 5. All right. If you can get here at 10, that's when I get in. That's when my staff is in. You know what's really cool is my receptionist staff, they're crushing phone calls. Nylan, Audrey, y'all have been killing
We're working
booking.
Sunday. We're working Sunday.
What did I just say? Monday. 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 Monday.
Sorry.
Monday.
Write it down.
Monday. Okay.
Monday.
Monday. Okay. But come in, call with the staff. You're gonna hear them book a lot of people for interviews, which is gonna make you want to book a lot of demos too. Okay. Otherwise, everybody, it's team night out time. Good job with holiday theme. Next week's theme is Jersey Day. So bring your best jersey. If you don't have a jersey, take a white shirt. Write a number on the back of it. All right. Have a jersey. Okay. And then for team night out next week, we are going to do a water balloon fight. Yeah.
Girl, what?
So don't wear white.
Yeah, don't wear white.
It's the white shirt with the written on it.
Yeah, don't write on a, yeah, I take that back. Do not write on a white shirt. Write on a different color shirt. Instantly regret what I said.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody, like, I'm excited for where we're at. We have a good squad. We're really only missing like 2 or 3 people tonight. Okay. We have been shrinking down to grow big. And like this class that we got is sharp. Last week's class, sharp. like, we are on the right path. And it's your choice. If you stay in front of the wave, or if it washes you to shore. Yes, Miss Maddie.
On Monday, since I have to work, but I'm gonna drive, I'm obviously gonna come afterwards.
Mhm.
Can we set up a PC for the same day,
Yeah, I can make some time.
since I'm already gonna be here?
I love it. That's a good question. So that said, everybody, with the 865 knife knocks, we got big goals, right? We got big aspirations. The only way we hit our team goal is if y'all hit your individual goals. So before I do the infamous phrase, real quick, Carter, what's your goal for this week?
Goal for
Sales, demos.
above self, I want above 10 demos for just the rest of the week. So just Friday and Saturday.
Sell $1,000. I like it. Audrey,
Ooh,
Jed,
My referrals have become so high profile, I just want 5. I just want 5 to 10 of them,
5.
and I'll sell ridiculous, so.
I love it. Rolando,
So a set.
okay. How much you gonna sell? Jeff Bry, you can count Rolando in. He's gonna sell.
I'll make.
Okay, I like it. Ms. Smith,
Oh, so 1,000 on the weekend.
I like it. Mr. Wallace,
Gonna go 6, 7 more. So like 1,000. 6, 7.
cool. Sergio,
Let's say 1,000 and book 6.
I like it.
I just wanna get back on the board this week, so 1K.
I like it.
I get a bunch of back tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
That's what Team Naughty does.
Team Naughty, get in the red. And that said, everybody, we appreciate y'all being for the 865 Knife Knocks team meeting. We're gonna sell $1 million this year. Okay, I was gonna say Rolando's learning. So
He learned quick.
yeah, he learned quick.